Okay, so we're ready to start our meeting this afternoon. Discussion and approval of minutes. Do we have to approve our last board minutes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to approve? Don't have a chance to look, or you need a few minutes?
A motion to, what is it, approve the minutes from last week. I second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay, library reports, adult services.
No citizen comments.
I'm sorry.
There was no citizen comments.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Other than it's
I didn't
hot
have-
outside.
I didn't see this here. Okay, adult services.
And I believe there was a discussion and action to select new recording secretary.
I'm sorry,
There was a discussion and action to select new recording secretary.
and I was going to approach Ms. Peña, but I haven't been able to speak to her. And that's why I mentioned that at the beginning. So we need to have someone else do it for this meeting until I get a hold of her and get an answer from her. Okay,
So do you want to table it then?
that one item, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now we're ready for library reports, adult services.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Jose Gonzalez. I'll be going first because right now after I finish, I have a program with my coworkers, Daddy and me. We're gonna be doing a craft and enjoying some good time with our patrons. But let me show you what's going on here with the adult services that we could get. So we went on the trail again to the Little Endy libraries. We went to several libraries. We went to 8 little libraries and we delivered more than 420 books in total. We did discover a new one. Well, of course, Snoopy will forever be one of the best ones, Snoopy. The one over here is on Centro Cultural, Cameron Park. They actually replaced their mini library, which is great. It was deteriorating a lot. But then all of a sudden we went the following month, which is last month, and they came up with this beautiful one. Beautiful one. The one in the middle was found out of pure luck. That one is in the residence on the area over there by Ruben Torres. We were driving around and we were going to go to another place, but that place removed it. So I turned around and I looked at this one and it's right in front of someone's home. So it's great. And I wanted to go knock on the door, but my coworker said, no. Yeah, literally, I was going to actually do that. But I said, no, you know what, we'll do it next time. I'm pretty sure he or she will be more than happy to live, especially we're using the city vehicle, the library vehicle better. But I'm sure there's plenty of more. I know Miss Bobby told me that she's also working on others as well. And I met a person from Parks last week, and there's a new one that already went up behind Walmart. The Walmart on Ruben Torres, there's a park there and a new subdivision.
Yeah.
So apparently they added a new one there, so we gotta go check that one out.
You haven't seen the new one at Prax Uribe?
No, sir, I haven't.
Yeah, my Rotary organization put it up. It should be up.
It should be up and running.
Yeah, it's
We're gonna
brand
go
new.
to that one.
We ordered it over the internet. Our president did, and it looks really nice. Looks kind of like the one with the Snoopy, but without the Snoopy.
Okay, well, I like the room. No, thank you, sir. Thank you for letting me know. We'll do that one. We'll deliver for that one.
I'm going.
I'm sorry.
On the middle pick, the one with the residents.
Yes.
Did you go ahead and fill it out?
No, because it was full.
Okay.
It
all
was
right.
full, but the thing is, we already know that one's there. So when we go to Snoopy, because it's around that neighborhood
Okay.
where the Snoopy is, we'll travel and we'll check it out. And if there's about 5 or 6 there, I am definitely gonna.
Okay, knock on the door. I was gonna say, are you gonna pass? You're just gonna go right.
No, it was full, but we'll definitely do it. Our adult computer classes are up and running. It's been a great class. I'm not saying it just for saying it, but it's a great class. Estimate around 10 attendees. Sometimes we do get probably 15 or so, but 10 of the 10 that we have there, they've been very attentive. It's been going on and on. They're learning so much. We did a typing test last week. We rewarded them with a certificate, and we were very surprised how much they've learned in such a short period of time. The highest that we got was 22, I think, words per minute. A lady that which is pretty great for being a beginner, you know. And then towards the end of the semester, we'll do another test similar to that, and then we'll reward them so they can compare between both certificates. So it's a little, this is the recipe swap that we had. We're doing here, it's almost 1 month cooking and then the other month recipe swap. So being one of the first programs that we did in regards to recipe, we had 6 attendees on the left side. We spoke about a bunch of recipes, from how to make brownies, how to make low-fat pastries, etc. So it's very diverse what people say. And then since we are actually celebrating around the world for the summer programming, they started talking about all these foods. We had a gentleman that's a retired military gentleman, how he's traveled almost all over the world. And he was saying how something so simple for us, we can add a bunch of more spices to add in more of a buffet. And over here on the right side, we had the Mom and Me program. And we had a huge success on that one. We had so many people. We also raffled off some tickets to a restaurant that we're doing it as well. So we had a huge turnout for that one. We were very happy. And hopefully we get the same response for the Father to Me for today. The Talking Book program. This one we're proud of having that here because it's a program from the Texas State Library and Archives Commission. I know we had Inclusion Week. So what I did is I submitted an application to the Texas State Library and Archives Commission so we can be a demonstration site for the visually impaired. And we actually won. They approved it. So we have it here available for a demonstration for people that actually they're interested in it. It's a free program. They can actually retrieve this program and just fill out the application. We actually fill out the application. Hand it to them. They fill it out, they submit it, and if they're interested in it, they'll fill out the application, and then they'll get this gadget in their mailbox free of charge. They'll get it. It's over 150,000 books and magazines that they can order. It's a free service for the visual impairment, and they're almost all in Braille or large print. So we were chosen by Texas State Library for Salmos to be a demonstration site, which is great. And then we'll have it here until September. So in case there's more people that are interested in it, they can extend their time.
My wife will love that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm looking at you. Yes.
I was a teacher for the
She's gonna
blind and
love that.
visually impaired.
Oh, thank you. We're really proud of that here.
Are there books available in Spanish too?
Yes, that's a great question. Yes, they are available in Spanish too. And they're just available to whenever people want to get them. Free of charge, no postage, nothing, everything is free. So the adult services program, we have the Father and Me that we're doing, the Dad and Me tonight. We're gonna be doing a craft, hand painting. We're gonna be doing the world cooking class next week. So we came up with Indian chutney, naan, and chai. Yeah, I know. It
Sounds
pretty
interesting.
exotic. We're gonna do around the world, we're going far away. So yeah, my coworkers and I, we're getting ready for that. We should have a great time for that. So spread the word on that one. The Autismo and Autismo en Mi Vida, they had their first program here at Salmos last month. 51 people attended in person and via Zoom. So that was huge here. And it was on a Friday, I believe. Yeah, it was on a Friday, and it was in this room, and we had a lot of people attend to it, which is great. That's something I'm very proud of bringing them over here to Salmos. It took me about 15-20 minutes speaking to them in Edinburgh, and I invited them over here. So now they're actually going to be doing this every month beginning the school year. They're off in the summer, and then they'll be back in August, September, once a month. So it's open to the public, free, everything free, resources, great people. So
Is that gonna be just here at the Southmost or at both branches?
just here at Salmos.
Salmos,
Mhm.
okay.
Yes, and there's people attending from all over the state.
Autism.
Correct. Mhm.
Autismo y mi vida.
Autismo en Vida, yes, it's Autismo en Vida, Autism in My Life, and everything is free. Their first speaker last month was the director from, what is it called? I can't even see it. Ms. Molina Gonzalez from Big Heroes.
Oh, okay.
From Big Heroes, which is around
Right.
here. Yeah, so that was huge. For being the first one, they got her, which is great. And she came with a bunch of information, free everything. Our community needs to take advantage of something like this, absolutely.
The services thing.
Mhm. Okay.
So that'll be a monthly meeting during the school year.
During the school year, exactly. It's gonna be a monthly meeting during the school year. During the summer, they have off because they take care of their kids and, so it's gonna be every month beginning of.
That would be a really good, like the flyer to send out to the schools, to the idea departments, the life skills departments,
Counselors.
counselors, yes, because we do have a very high population of
Okay.
people that
And they've been really nice. They're actually promoting our programs too.
Mhm.
So it's a good mutual agreement. Oh, this is the second annual Three Little Pigs that we had at Central. So, yeah, so it was actually really fun. The costumes were actually bought by the parents. So they were bought, the parents donated pastries, snacks for enjoyment. The library provided the strawberry sandwiches, popcorn, and iced tea as well. So there was a pretty good 102 attendees for that play. And I'm pretty sure there'll be another third and fourth coming soon because it was such a hit. As you can see the smiles of little kids enjoying the big bad wolf on the side.
was the draw to have so many? What was the?
So many people. Wow.
No, so many. What was the draw? What do you think it was?
Oh, gosh. I guess just
The kids, families and
Kids,
families,
families.
yeah, it's word of mouth. Oh, my kid's gonna be in a play, come see them. So I really think.
I think that's what it is. And also Three Little Pigs, such a classic story. I think parents, grandparents, et cetera, have known it. So why not make a play out of it and enjoy it?
And this was actually one of the task force ideas that was brought. They wanted to do kind of like a bit of a drama or theater class. And so this is the second year that we go ahead and implement it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Great report.
Thank you, sir.
Youth services.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kayla. So I'm going to be presenting on youth services. So we had our summer reading kickoff party last week on Tuesday. Linda, sorry. We're trying to remove that. Oh. So on the first day of summer reading program registrations, we had 473 registrations at the main branch. And so this is the kickoff party. We had over 200 people show up to the kickoff party. So that was really cool. They were really interested. They wanted to know how to register. They wanted to get all their information. So it was a lot of fun. So this was these are just some pictures from the main branch. And then on the next slide are pictures of, pictures of the southmost branch on the next slide. No, it doesn't want to. There we go. And then these are some photos from the southmost branch. So southmost had 296 registrations, but we still had like a huge turnout. Like almost all of those registrations were from people who came to the kickoff party that day. So that was super fun. Next slide. And then, so I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a goal of registrations. I believe it was like 800 registrations. We passed that goal on the second day. Currently, as of today, we have 1,052 registrations. So we're really excited about that. The biggest age group for registrations would be the 5 to 11 age group. And then after that, it's actually adults, and then 0 to 4, and then teens.
Yeah.
So we're really pushing the adults this year. Every time a parent comes in, I want to register my kids, we're like, register yourself too. So we're pushing it pretty hard. So I think that's why our numbers for that are increasing a lot. These are some of the events that we have going on in June. For our first kids night is going to be around the world theme. So we're crafting Chinese dragon puppets and Japanese carp streamers. So we're doing 2 activities in the one day. So this is the Chinese dragon puppet. And then this is the Japanese carp streamer. I'm not an artist, so don't laugh at it. So these are from Japan. They make these or they buy them, they fly them to celebrate Children's Day. So this is a really cute one for the kids. And then of course, Chinese dragons for the Chinese New Year.
Is that one at Maine or?
It's gonna be at both branches. So pretty much everything we're doing is at both branches. And then we're also having the family dance workshop. That is actually a partnership with Roca, the Revival of Cultural Arts. We've built like a really good relationship with them, so we're excited to be having them. This is the first workshop that they're going to host with us. They've come to like do performances and stuff, but this is the first like actual dance workshop that they're going to do. So we're really excited.
I saw that on Facebook. Did they post or you on post?
It might have, I don't remember.
I think it was the
which one.
library, because I saw it also.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
the dance one,
Like-
but the other one would be interesting to post on Facebook.
I think it's also posted,
Is
because
it?
yeah,
Okay,
I
I
follow the library.
just saw the one on the dance, the dance.
Library.
Okay.
That was like,
So we're doing those, and then the second kids night in June, we're gonna be doing a castle STEM challenge. I don't have a sample for that one, because it's a STEM challenge, so we're not telling them how to do it. We're gonna give them index cards and tape, which I know sounds crazy, but it works. So they're gonna get their index cards, their tape, and then some scissors. And then they have to construct their own castles, you know, however their imagination will take them. And then we're also going to be doing mosaics inspired by Roman artisans, but you know, that's just to make it sound fancy. It's really just little mosaics. So we have different templates. We're going to give them all the little mosaic pieces. This is just one of the samples we made. We're actually going to encourage them to color it in first, just to kind of fill in the gaps, because we only have a limited amount of pieces. So this is kind of what it might look like. So next slide, please. And then some more events we have going on in June. We have root beer floats with dads. This is another way to celebrate Father's Day. So we're gonna be making root beer floats. We're literally gonna have ice cream and root beer. And we're gonna do a fun story time with them, a little craft, and then, you know, they're gonna enjoy their little snack together. Yeah, this one's really cute. We debuted this one last year, and we actually had dads come in with their sons, which honestly, I was worried about it. Because, you know, for the muffins with moms, we always have a ton of moms come in with their kids, but for dads, I was a little bit concerned, but we actually did have dads come in, and it was really cute. Gladys Porter Zoo, they're coming back. That's gonna be their live animal presentation. I don't know what they're gonna bring. Last year, they brought a hedgehog and an alligator, a little baby alligator. Yeah, so that one, the kids love it. We always get a great turnout for that one. And then, of course, the summer bash to kind of get us to the midpoint of SRP and to, I guess, just bring everybody out for a bunch of fun. So we have the foam party confirmed, we have the slides confirmed. We actually added a toddler PlayStation. So we are working with I think it's the Village Soft Play Rentals. She actually came in to use Makerspace, and I got to chatting with her, and she told me about her business, and I was like, so I followed her on Instagram and we contacted her. So she's gonna bring, it's only for toddlers and like younger kids. I think the age limit that she has is 5 years old. Because it's really, we're trying to make like a safe space for the little ones who really can't get on the big water slides, you know. So this is gonna be just for them. She has like the little climbers and the animal hoppers, and I think she brings a bunch of stuff. So they're gonna manage that for us. So we're really excited to try that out and possibly bring it back in the future.
If you send us dates on that through text or somewhere.
Sure, yeah, we can share the flyers.
So that we can
Yes.
inform our neighbors if no one.
Yeah. So we're really excited. There's gonna be pizza, there's gonna be drinks. That's also another, we have a different incentive for bringing the reading logs back, because we do have a lot of registrations, but it happens every year where we get like not even half of the reading logs returned. You know, sometimes people just register and then they forget about it. So at the summer bash, we're incentivizing them by, if they bring their reading log to the summer bash and submit it on that day during those times, instead of just getting one entry into the giveaway, they get two. So they get an extra opportunity to win one of the big prizes for summer. So yeah, we're really excited. Any questions? Oh, and then on top of that, we're just doing like some movie nights. We're still doing normal story time at the main branch. So there's still some other stuff going on in between.
Question.
I love all the programs, like they seem very engaging, and especially for the summer, which is heat.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we're gonna have a big crowd for that, so that's awesome. Thank you for doing all of these amazing events for kids.
yes, and the bright tags, because they
Oh, yeah, the brag tag, the parents, we want our brag tags.
My son was like,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't know they were gonna run out so fast.
Yeah, so we have 100 per event. So we are, at kickoff, we were telling everyone, you know, it's first come, first serve, and we're gonna have a designated table. So you have to go to that table and make sure that you pick them up. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
again, like she said, y'all are doing a wonderful job, wonderful programs. I wish they had been there when I had a
I
growing
know,
child,
right?
when I had a growing child. He's married and gone now. But y'all are doing a wonderful job.
One suggestion though on that, I was thinking since right now they have like the Boys and Girls Clubs going on in the summer, you know, if maybe they can help you post some of these flyers and bring those kids in too.
Yeah, we can share them. I can see if there's any contacts where we can just share all the information.
Viticultural district.
The midi cultural.
Culture district.
Oh, yes. I was already writing, so I was like,
Daniela Lopez Aldez.
Aldez.
Yes. She's short.
who was the person again, sorry?
Daniela Lopez Aldez.
Thank you.
Any other questions on youth services? Teen services.
Hi, my name is Elena Garcia. I will talk about teen services. I'll go to this slide. The first event that we have in May was the job fair. For that one, we have 554 attendees at the main branch. In those attendees, we have 141 teams. We were able to get two school buses from two different schools. So we're a very huge success. At the beginning, we weren't expecting that many people. We were like, oh, what to do? But we were able to manage everything, and everything went fine. Everything went good. The workforce people, they were surprised because how we managed to get that much people for the event. They were like, they didn't expect that many people, and we are having a very long line outside the library. So I told them we need to open another table so we can have people enter for both entrance. But yeah, we also have another, like some places, some like, I forgot the word.
Businesses?
Some organizations reached to us in order to have tables the day of the job fair. So we had STARS, and we have another organization that I forgot the name, but that organization helped teens to get scholarship for college. So we have those organizations that day as well. So teens were able to attend to the job fair, but as well to get information about college scholarship, make resumes, not resume, the essay that you have to make when you want to apply to college. That organization helped with all of that. So they were able to get information about that. Also for the month of May, we have the Teen Anime Club. We have a really good turnout with that one. In May, we have about 80 something people showing up for that. Between them, we have like 40 something teens. And then here at the Samos branch, we have like 46 people in total, 20 something teens. So I was so happy about seeing a lot of teens here showing up for that, and they were having fun. We have elections about the logo for the new year for the August. We're gonna like start again the Teen Anime Club in August. So that's what the logo that they choose that they like the most. We have 3 options and they vote for the one that they like it. As well, we have the yoga workshop. Went well. The teacher that was teaching the yoga, she was so nice. She really enjoyed teaching to them. I watched part of the class. She showed them yoga. She showed them how to meditate. So it was like a really nice experience. They were enjoying it. And then for that one, we have 2 teams, 1 team here and 2 teams at the main branch. We don't have too many people. What is for the first time, they have to bring an adult with them. For me, it was nice. And I was able to talk to them and they really enjoyed it. They were like so happy about it. They said that was released, like a stress release for them. And they really like it. They seem very happy to do it. The team that came here, she didn't want to go, but the mom was like, we need to leave. And she was, no, I want to spend more time. Let me tell them I need to go. And then for the teen advisory group here, I have 2 teens, and then as well, like a mom and another children that they want to stay to see what it was about. And then we have fun. I explain them, what we do at the library. And the mom was surprised that we didn't have more teens, because she said this is very helpful for them. We have like a STEM activity to them. I make a presentation. We had snacks. We talk about what they want to see. So she was so happy about it, and she told me she would try to reach more people to see if she can bring it in. And then the teen looking. I know last time was about, a little bit of concerns about it. We have 25 teens. Was really a good success. They all really like it. They were able to create something new. I was like scared at the beginning because I'm like, what are we gonna do with all those teens in the library by themselves? But we get like an amazing group. They were like really nice kids. They were really enjoying it. They were really participating in everything. In terms of logistics, everything went well. I learned some lessons for the main one in August. Like I forget about, like, you tell something to a teen and they forgot 5 minutes later. So next time I will like make them a program and like give it to them, make sure this is all the activity that we have, this is the time, this is gonna be, so they can be there at the time that they should be. But they enjoying it. We didn't make it as strict, so they have time to, they can spend their time wherever they wanted to spend it. And they were able to create art, they were able to use the makerspace, they were able to participate in group, they were able to do whatever they really wanted to do. Also, they learn about our services, because they were able for that night to check out, like, I want to use this game. So they learn like how is the process to check out this. Oh, I want to see this movie. Okay, then go look it from then at the shelf. Let's see if we have it or not, then bring it to the front. So they were able to learn something about the library, and then about the things that we have here at the library. But everything was perfectly, all the kids were picked up by 6:20. We don't have no one like left behind. So and they enjoyed the laser tag, they enjoyed the cross stitching, they enjoyed everything. I was surprised that most of them were doing like almost everything. We have some that sleep a little bit, but other than that, everything went fine. We didn't have any. I was like, oh my God, this was so easy. I was overthinking about it. But at the end, everything went fine. We have like amazing kids. We have like a lot of raffles. We have like a good program during overnight. And then coming soon, we're gonna have on this.
And I just want to point out, I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to point out that some of the kids from the team lock-in came into the kickoff party.
Oh, yeah. I saw some here and I was surprised because I talked to them at the login. I was probably think I'm so like weird, but I was talking to them like, hey, how you find out about this? Which library is close to you? And some of them were actually close to the main one, and they came to this one. And I was so surprised, and I asked them how you find out about it. Some of them tell me, oh, my mom saw it on Facebook. Others, they see it by themselves. But yeah, I saw them on some of mine and some here in the shop.
Where you going? It is across town.
And then coming soon, on Wednesday, we're gonna have the Make Cafe. On next Wednesday, we're gonna have the Art Deco, or they're gonna be about Mediterranean. They're gonna be making diamond painting mosaics, and we're gonna have some sweets from the Mediterranean. We're gonna have baklava and some regular sweets. And then we're gonna have another looking on August 11th, but at the main branch. Any other questions? Thank you.
Questions? Thank you. Good report.
Hey, we set an order.
Next, makerspace services.
So my name's Lázaro. I'm going to be presenting our updates for Makerspace. So we just got our new iMac. It's installed, it's ready to go. This machine is going to be used by patrons, or the idea for it is to provide patrons a machine where they could use to create their designs. So we'll have, I already have the Cricut connected onto that machine, so they're able to, cut out their designs on the Cricut. And then we're hoping to get some different programs so they could do photo editing and stuff like
Make
that.
posters.
To make posters there as well, yes. So along with that Mac, with the purchase of the iMac, That means that we are all caught up with all of our requirements for TSLAC. We purchased all of our different machines, which was the iMac, the Glowforge, the sublimation printer, and the poster printer. And we've also, after this event that's coming up in June, where we'll be presenting the different machines that we have available in Makerspace to the public, we'll be fully caught up with the requirements that we had given TSLAC for that grant that we acquired through them. And then for CDBG, we've already purchased, we started working on that grant since we finished up with TSLAC, where we moved on to the CDBG grant. With this one, we've already purchased the Ultimaker S5 Pro bundles. If you go into Makerspace, they're the huge machines on the windows that are facing the children's area. So we purchased those. We are pending some quotes for the bigger laser cutter. I'm pending quotes from both Laguna and Epilogue just to see which one's more convenient for us, so we could go through with that grant as well. And we're with this grant, we were also going to purchase a new Dell desktop. That way we give users the option of either using a Windows machine or a Mac machine, whatever they're more comfortable with. During this past month, we had our STEM activity. For that month's STEM activity was a bridge. They had to build a bridge using popsicle sticks and a hot glue gun. They got to test their engineering skills, and then when weight was applied, we would see whether or not the bridge fell apart. Fortunately, we did not have any. So all of these kids were very creative because none of the bridges fell apart. We had 2 or 3 of them that like started sagging, but they didn't break all the way through. So if they were taking the class that I had to build this bridge for, they would have passed. So along with summer reading program, we're going to be helping out with a lot of the different programs that Children's has, but we're also going to be hosting our own events during these months. During June, on June 26th, we'll be having our Tech Petting Zoo. The Tech Petting Zoo is a little bit more play friendly. We're going to have a couple of different machines and toys that we have available for checkout for patrons to use, and we're going to be explaining the benefits of using, because they look like toys, but these are toys that are made to teach the basics of coding. So that's the purpose of that, and it's also going to answer questions. One of the big questions that we had from especially parents that use Makerspace is, how could I get my kid more involved in STEM and specifically coding? So this is going to be a quick presentation of different options that they have that they could go out and purchase that their kid could then use at home, and then also showing them what we have available here in our library. And then in July, we have the DIY machines, where we'll be covering what each of the different machines does in Makerspace. The reason for that one is we've had a lot of questions from patrons that, well, what does that machine do? What does that machine do? And sometimes it's hard to have them up and running all the time. So this will give us a chance to give them a brief demonstration on how each of the machines function and the different projects that they could do on each of the machines. And then we'll keep using the Exploration Theater once a month as part of that summer reading program. And then that's actually part of our normal programming. So we show different types of videos that kind of display on the dome, and you're able to be more immersed.
What time is that presentation on the 24th?
The DIY machines, July 24th, they all of our events start at 6 p.m. 5:30, sorry.
Exploration Theater, I don't see a date, is that?
Exploration Theater, it happens once a month on the Friday. I want to say it's the second Friday of the month, but it might be the third Friday. I need to verify that.
I can send you all the library calendar.
Yeah, they're on the SRP
I
calendar.
was thinking, I don't know if you had contact with Dr. His name escaped me, I want to say Chavez, but I might have that wrong. Devin Stamp, Director for BISG. It's Mr. Chavez, right? It is Chavez. I think that would be something that they would probably be so willing to pass along to their kids.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely get in contact with.
Exploration Theater is the 23rd
Yes.
at 3:30.
That's all my report for today.
Any questions? Any other questions? Thank you. Next report, outreach.
So my name is Courtney Taylor. I'm the library services coordinator for both branches. Try to keep up quickly so that we can be cognizant of you guys' time. First event that we had was the first showing to the Mexican consulate. The patrons talked about 3D printing and learning about all of our makerspace machines. The total was 30. Next slide. We then went to the Metro. We talked about the 3 Little Pigs play, as well as audiobooks that you can listen to while on your commute through bus. We spoke to 99 patrons there. Next slide, please. Our Career Expo, as part of Cameron Workforce in Harlingen, we saw 692 people. And one of the funnier things that happened is we had trivia that we were asking the different students about our jobs. And we asked, what can you check out that's different than a book? And you could not believe the amount of times people said, check out a librarian instead of like a laptop or something. So open up my services and show, hey, we do check out librarians if you come over here. So we're able to promote our services even though they were being sexy. Tropical had a children's mental health awareness fair, so they were talking about different portions of the city of Brownsville that can offer services. I really liked that they had McGruff there, as well as the HEB Buddy Bucks, who unfortunately did not donate more points to me, but was able to show us about our bus routes and again, our Check Out a Librarian program. They were able to see 64 people. Jubilee Career Day, as part of the Gear Up grant program, allowed us to talk about our computer classes, Makerspace, LinkedIn Learning, as well as the new things that came in through grants through Makerspace. We're able to see 579 patrons there. And then we had a collaboration with the city departments for National Travel and Tourism Week. So a lot of this was having to do with the One City, One Brownsville concept and all of the different parts of Brownsville being able to help, whether or not it's from the southmost community or our main branch. We were able to see 191 people. We also did the Bella Bilingual Community Bash, where they talked about the Teen Advisory Council and Summer Reading Program. They were able to see 68 patrons. And East Brownsville Little Miss Kickball Tournament was suggested by Letty, who's part of our Technical Services Department. We're able to see 145 people, and we promote the team lock-in and SRP so we could add more players to that. We went to the farmer's market again to show all of the new CDBG 3D printers. We were able to see 100 patrons there. Miss Bertha continued her outreach to adult daycares, and they suggested that they'd really like to come and take field trips to our libraries. So their director is looking into whether or not they would be able to do that. She was able to see 9 patrons. And then to square it off, we went back to the consulate again. Miss Lizette was very good about promoting to our patrons that they are allowed to get library cards with US passports and matriculum consulares, that we don't just take Texas IDs, that we offer services to everyone. Even without a library card, you're allowed to sit and print and access services throughout. And that brings our outreach total for the year to 10,902, which surpasses last year. Any questions, queries, concerns?
And we're barely halfway through the year. That's amazing, amazing, amazing job that you're doing. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you. And again, like I just said earlier, y'all are doing a wonderful job in each one of your areas, and all of you work very hard. I'm more than sure you do to get to where you're at. We just need to know as a board, as support, how we can get more of this information out to the community to make your programs even more successful. Were you gonna tell us, please don't tell anyone?
No, it's great. I posted that day that I went to that summer reading and I had some of my friends on Facebook ask me, oh, what is that? So I'm glad, you know, anything that you do, I try to share and all of that, so that way other people can know about that, because of all those events is what is making them come into the library, right? And so that's great, because if not, then, you know, the outreach, if that's not available, then people will not be coming in. So it's because of all those programs that they're coming into the library.
Friends of the library.
Unfortunately, she couldn't be with us today.
So I was then, well, I'll go ahead and ask if it's possible for outreach, Courtney. You had made mention about the adult daycare possibly visiting the library. I was wondering if there would be a way to give them like vouchers or like a, what is it, Monopoly money or something to have them purchase books there at the Friends of the Library, or set out some books that are being weeded out, magazines even, maybe.
Miss Bertha and Mr. Jose had brought donation books over to the adult daycares when they go. But I can talk to maybe Leslie about getting a certificate for them to do a small print or something so that they can see our makerspace too. I would have to get coordination through Friends to be able for them to choose a book there, as well as clear that the hours are similar, that they're open at that time, but we can definitely open that up to discussion.
Okay, before we adjourn, where is Ruth? Ruth, is that was the name he gave me this morning, to speak to Ruth after the meeting?
She's not here.
Not here?
No.
Okay. Okay, then I need to speak to you right after the meeting. Okay, any other questions, anything else to share? Wonderful job, great job, keep doing what you're doing. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn. A second.
All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.